So Paul's not just saying, hey, don't major on the minors here, like don't get all caught up with it. But he's also saying if somebody else is struggling in something, somebody
Mhm.
else really has an issue with, like, let's say,
I would say it like
okay,
this.
yeah,
Let's say you're going out to eat and you know somebody who has really struggled with alcohol,
hmm,
okay? And and it's not a struggle for you. I would say don't not only don't order a drink if that's something you do, I would avoid even sitting in the area by where the bar is at.
yeah,
Which sounds really silly, but it may not be a struggle for you. Like
yeah,
perfect example,
yeah,
we knew some people that new believer and that was something that he had struggled with, and
hmm,
we went to a restaurant that they had open tables by the bar, and we waited an extra like 20 minutes to get a table that wasn't near the bar. We weren't ordering drinks. But it was, look, we're not going to put you in a place where you feel like something that you're struggling with that you know the Lord's asked you to give up. We're not going to put you in a place where you feel that temptation or you feel like everything that God's doing in you is being ignored.
hmm, yeah, yeah.
I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, 100% it does. And so it takes it beyond this place of just not um not arguing about it,
Mm-hmm.
but also being considerate of
Right.
the struggle or the situation that another believer is in, and
I don't even
not
think
being an
it's
obvious offense to that
right. And I don't
or a
even think,
temptation to them.
sure, it doesn't have to even be something as extreme as like an alcohol.
Yeah.
You may know somebody who's dealing with dietary restrictions and they're on a very strict diet
Hmm.
and they're trying to eat super healthy. Don't order dessert and eat it in front of them. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just so disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's really what he's saying. It's like just
Yeah.
be sensitive to what
Hmm.
other people are facing.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
For
do
sure.
be sensitive to um the convictions of other people. That doesn't mean that you can't eat dessert. Just don't eat it with them.
Yeah.
And that sounds so simple, but it is.
For
It
sure.
is that simple.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But and I think Paul's using food as an example.
For sure,
You
because it's
know,
easy. It's something everybody relates to. From
right.
the beginning of time till now, everybody always eats.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
not, he's using that example because it crosses cultural barriers
Hmm.
and it's something we understand.
Right. But there might be other things.
100%.
There might be other things that someone that is a new believer, someone who maybe they've been a believer for a long time, but there's a real struggle in their life, or they have a real hang up with something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't shove it in their face.
Right.
Don't just choose not to talk about it.
Right.
Choose not to engage
Mm-hmm.
in that. And we've had some friends, who have some real struggles with topics that you and I would go, what's the big deal?
Yeah, exactly.
But we choose when we're in their company to just avoid those conversations,
Well, and I think you almost have to
out
feel
of
like
out of like respect for them, right?
respect. If somebody has struggled with that and they have surrendered that to the Lord, if it's not a struggle for you and you choose to do that around them or talk about that around them or participate in that around them or eat that around them, you are tempting them
Hmm.
really with something that
Yeah.
they have surrendered to the Lord. And that's
Sure.
what that opening scripture says, like don't don't cause if don't cause someone else to stumble or fall.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
that you could say, "Oh, I would never intentionally do that." Not intentionally, but when you realize that somebody is fighting for their life or trying to overcome addiction or
Hmm.
dealing with something that the Lord's just like, "Look, I just need you to be obedient in this. Lay this down." Be not being sensitive to that can cause that person to struggle. And it's easy to
Hmm.
go, "Well, they should have self-control." Yeah, but that's what Paul's talking about is because we're called to do life together, because we're called to be in community, we should have each other's back in this. scripture says,
Mhm.
bear
Yeah.
one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ.
Right.
That doesn't mean that if God's called you to do what they call a Daniel fast, where you're just doing fruits and vegetables, doesn't mean he's calling me to do it. But I know that when I'm around, if we go to dinner, I'm going to order a salad, not because I have those same convictions, but because I want to honor what God's asking you to do in my time with you.
Yeah. Yeah.